We have brand new information on the Boston Red Sox and slugging outfielder Teoscar Hernandez and what it's going to take to land the slugging outfielder this offseason. I'm here to break down all of that news on this episode of Red Sox Digest. But first, remember, if you're a part of the 86.5% currently watching this video, not currently subscribed to the channel, and you want to stay up to date on everything Red Sox, go ahead and scroll down and subscribe. We do appreciate all the love and support, so thank you guys so very much for all of it. But now let's get to it and break down the massive Teoscar Hernandez updates, and how he is not a Red Sox already, I am unsure. And I really, really hope that Breslow and the rest of this Red Sox organization goes out and makes a big splash and gets Teoscar Hernandez before one of the many other suitors goes out and actually gives him the money he's looking for. And it's well deserving. I don't know why we have not paid him yet, but again, we'll get to that in just a second. Shout out to Boston Sports Gordo for tweeting this. According to H Gomez 27 on Twitter, Teoscar Hernandez is looking for a 3-year deal, and the Red Sox are among the 6 teams that have shown interest, as well as the Red Sox, the Phillies, the Yankees, the Blue Jays, the Dodgers, and finally the Cincinnati Reds. Going on to say the 3-year deal, sign me up. And honestly, Boston Sports Gordo, I 100% agree. 3 years, and now that we found out, based off of this article written by Mike Feinsand, Burns' favorite pair of third basemen with fates intertwined, and your questions answered. And you go ahead and click on the picture, and obviously it takes us to the article where he answers this question. There was some thought that slugging corner outfielders Teoscar Hernandez and Anthony Santander would sign quickly after Soto came off the board, but it hasn't happened yet. What's the read on their markets? Where his answer says as follows: the Dodgers and Hernandez seemed headed for a reunion, but the two sides haven't been able to reach a deal thus far. That opened the door for other teams, namely the Red Sox and the Blue Jays, to jump in on the outfielder, who is seeking a 3-year, $22 to $24 million deal, in the range of, at least, and per sources. Now, this is huge. Obviously, if you look up Sports Track and you look at Teoscar Hernandez's last deal and other deals, his market value going into this offseason is roughly $23.5 million. So him asking for 22 to 24 is not crazy, and honestly, it's well-deserved, especially after the last season he just had. Obviously, he's baseball savant, which we'll get to in just a second, but if we look in the 2024 year, the bottom row here, with the Los Angeles Dodgers, he was really, really good. And obviously, it's not his greatest year of his career, but again, his most recent year. What should we expect from Teoscar Hernandez if you were to go out and give him the $20+ million over 3 years that he is expecting and wanting to sign this offseason? Obviously, if you look, batting .272 with 99 RBIs and 33 home runs. Honestly, very good production from someone who seems like an older bat at this point. And again, not only is he a good, reliable bat throughout the entirety of the regular season, but again, we've seen him in postseason after postseason, especially last year with the Los Angeles Dodgers, where everyone obviously is streaky and each at-bat feels very, very heavy, as they all should. Every pitch matters in October and really in the postseason. And when he did struggle, it seemed very, very apparent. But when he was on big swing after big swing, I think he could be a huge boost to this Boston Red Sox lineup. And again, he is a right-handed bat with really, he'll hit the ball anywhere. This is his spray chart from last season. Obviously has the power with 30+ home runs that we just saw on Baseball Reference. He'll hit it right field, left field. It does not matter. Obviously, he'll hit it anywhere on the diamond. He's not a pull hitter to say, but again, in a hitter-friendly ballpark in Fenway Park, we could see Teoscar Hernandez with monster numbers. If you look here at his baseball savant, above average at the plate, obviously above average on running bases, and then in the field, he's not great, but his arm does make up for the lack of range he does have. And again, put him in left field, put him in right field to play off the monster. He could find himself doing pretty well, and obviously we could also see him in the DH spot. Signing Teoscar Hernandez would result in a bunch of other moves, like the other moves we've already highlighted in previous videos on this channel. Obviously, Yoshida, big question marks. Tristan Casas, as of right now, I'm assuming there are question marks sitting around him due to the idea of Devers, the idea of possibly moving someone for another arm, whether it be to the Mariners, to the Pirates for Jared Jones, or whatever it may end up being for Breslow, if we don't go out and attempt to pay Corbin Burns, really what we're all hoping and praying to see out of the Boston Red Sox, as we desperately need someone in Corbin Burns. Yes, we did go get Crochet, who is going to be one of our eight, if not our ace, one of the top guys in that starting rotation for the Red Sox. But again, we still need another live arm. That is something that Breslow highlighted in this phone call he had with MLB Network. And not only did he discuss the pitching, but at the very, very end, right before the clip ends with that they posted on Twitter, he brings up the idea of adding at least one more right-handed bat. And I'm not sure what we're really waiting for. I understand there are a lot of possible candidates, but for $22 to $23, $24 million a year to go out and acquire someone like Teoscar Hernandez that we've highlighted before, obviously he has great exit velocity, he has the ability to barrel the ball, and when he does that, it results in really high exit velocities, like we just said, as well as, again, home runs, doubles off that Fenway wall if he were to be playing in Boston, as well as just adding 70, 90 plus RBIs a year. Again, if we look at his baseball reference and we look at the RBI numbers last year with 99, the year prior 93, 77, 116, these are very good numbers. And again, we wouldn't put him in a spot where he's going to be the lone line of offense for this Red Sox team. We put him in there, obviously assuming that Casas is still there. Casas would be there. Devers is not going anywhere. Abreu will be an everyday starter for this Red Sox team after winning a Gold Glove in his rookie season. Duran just had a breakout superstar year. So to add a right-handed bat as reliable as one in Teoscar Hernandez that we've seen not just last year, but in the last 4 to 5 years, again, he's not going to hit 300 plus. That is not what we're looking for. But again, the swings that he does make in the moments that he really finds himself excelling in, whether it be in game 1, game 162, or deep in a playoff run into the Fall Classic, he seems to be a very experienced and very reliable bat when it comes to, regardless of the team that he's playing for. Obviously playing in the AL for the majority of his career up to this point. That one and lone year not in the AL was with those Los Angeles Dodgers last year, where he obviously did win a World Series ring. If you look at the WAR, his WAR was 4.3 last season. Absolutely astronomical, basically. That is one of the biggest things that stand out again. And it's no surprise, due to the inability with fielding, the fact that he can pick it up so highly on the offensive side of things, it really doesn't surprise me. I would love to see the Boston Red Sox go out and pay someone. We've had this conversation multiple times. Breslow being on the record, we're going to go out and pay these people. We're going to be aggressive. We saw that. You made a huge trade to go out and get Garrett Crochet. That's awesome. We needed a left-handed arm. You didn't pay Snell. You didn't pay Max Fried. Fried obviously landed with the other pinstripes in the AL East with the Yankees, the rivals, unfortunately. And then obviously Snell gets paid by the Los Angeles Dodgers and their super team they have out west. We can't keep skipping out on these guys. Burns, it seems like right now, is going to land in San Francisco. If Boston can prove me wrong, and really the rest of the national media, and go out and spend some money and acquire Corbin Burns, this entire narrative of not spending money could change and alter and go in the other direction. But again, actions speak a lot louder than words do. And as of right now, we are not seeing a lot of actions, but a lot of words from Craig Breslow and the rest of the Boston Red Sox organization. I hope things change and really turn around with the Boston Red Sox spending some money, going out and acquiring Teoscar Hernandez to add that right-handed bat, as well as possibly a Corbin Burns, or going out and getting someone like a Bryce Miller or possibly a Bryan Wu. We have to do something. Obviously, those last two I mentioned are trades. Again, I would love to see them spend money in free agency without giving up so many more assets because of the trade haul that went to the White Sox. But again, just be active. Do the actions. Don't just speak about it. Please actually do something. Again, that'll be it for this episode of Red Sox Digest. Let me know down below what you guys think about possibly signing Teoscar Hernandez, and I will see you guys on the next episode